Alright guys, here we are back this week. I want to show you guys a quick little thing that I worked on today. I made myself a clip bending die. Still for just manually bending them, but I made myself a die. I took a piece of 304 stainless steel rod and just basically created a brake press die out of it. Just using my little arbor press here. So I'll show you how I'm using it real quick. Should have done this years ago because it's being a real time saver. For years I've bent clips by hand with 2 sets of pliers, and should have broken down and done this way a long time ago. Because not only is it a little more efficient, faster, but it gives a nice clean bend, which is really hard to get with just bending with pliers. It gives a nice sharp angle to the bend, makes it a lot neater. So taking a little bit of practice to kind of get the hang of how hard to press for each bend and all that good stuff, but it's really not bad. I've been pretty happy with how well it's working. It took me the better part of the morning to get it made, but over time it's going to save me a million times over in the time put into bending clips. Got that one pretty close on the first. You might need to put just a tiny bit more in that middle bend. Not an exact science. I may eventually try to figure out a way to put some kind of stops in there to get it a little more repeatable, but at the rate that it took me to build this, it'll be another 10 or 12 years before I get around to that, so we'll see. There we go. So what I'll do, turn this off. What I'll do is I will go in. These clips, actually the stock that these were cut out of is just a little bit thicker than I normally use. What I'm going to go in and do is take my small wheel on my horizontal grinder, and I'm going to clean up in that bend just a little bit, relieve it just a tiny bit more, and I will kind of ramp this section out here more, bring it up, kind of put a bevel there, and by the time I do that and then kind of clean all the sharp edges off of it, it should be a nice neat little clip. Of course, these little clips for these micros, these are for the micro hops that I'm building. For all these little small knives, the clips are just like everything else on them is a pain because everything is smaller. There's not as much to hold on to. There's not as much space between bends, so it kind of gets a little crowded up under the die. So, all right, guys. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet, like I've been promising this week. I just wanted to show you guys this little process and what I came up with to do that. We'll be back next week with something else. And if you don't mind, if you enjoyed watching, please give me a subscription, a like, share it with your friends. I really appreciate it. And you guys have a great week.